How's it guys, JP here from Pulse Pythons. Been a while, haven't had really much content to put on, but breeding season is kicking off and as you can see behind me, incubators up and going. I've got one clutch of eggs in the incubator currently and hoping for a few more. I'm focusing a lot on genetics and gene stacking this season. One of the genes that I want to talk about today is the Jester gene. So the Jester gene is one of those genetics that were bred by Wally and Russie from BPM. Russie, Rasmus, and Wally van der Walt. So with like your furrow genes and your Nyala genes, these guys are like on the forefront of the new genetics, basically, that we're working with in South Africa. And I was just lucky enough last season to get hold of what they called a pastel Jester. Now, Jester is a gene that hasn't really, there's a few guys working with it now. It's been classified as a new genetic, but there's a lot of work still to be done. As far as I'm aware, and I could be corrected, the super form of the Jester still hasn't been created, if ever there could be a Jester form in a super. I purchased a pastel Jester female. So she's not exactly in her best color. At the moment, she's starting to build, so I don't want to mess too much with this female. But this was a pastel Jester female, which was obtained from BPM. Beautiful specimen of a snake, and she produced, was it 5 clutch or 5 eggs last season? I would say a little bit of the dirtyish side on the top. But then again, I think she's looking at her worst at the moment. When she glows, she goes like a bright yellow, which is completely different. I mean, you can see with the saddles and the changing on the alien heads on the sides. Beautiful specimen of a Jester, or should I say a pastel Jester. Now, when you look at it just like that, Jester is obviously a gene, like I said, not many people know exactly what it's doing. I think Russie has left that up to us to mess around with and to put other genetics onto it and see what Jester actually can do. So Jester to me is something new, something exciting. A lot of people say that Jester is a lot like fire and that they are compatible. If you breed a Jester to a fire, you're going to get a super fire. Something like your Lucifer gene. Excuse me. I haven't seen that. So I bred a pastel Jester to a fire last season, and I didn't get one super fire. In actual fact, I got firefly and I got fire, I got pastels, but I didn't get a super fire. So I personally would scratch the whole fire thing from Jester being related. Maybe it's got a lot of traits of fire. From what I understand, it's sort of like, and I'm no expert on this, it's sort of like your X gene. It's an enhancing gene as far as I'm aware, and it makes your colors brighter and things like that. So it works well with other genetics, same as spot nose. Spot nose doesn't work with a lot of genetics, but you know, when you put it with something, the right genes I think will bring this out. So this is an orange dream yellow belly, supposedly Spectre. That's what I got her as. Like I say, I can't see where the traits are to differentiate sort of Spectre, but I can definitely see the yellow belly trait. I can definitely see that there's orange dream. It's not the best sort of the orange dreams, but then again, there's so many different varieties of orange dream out there. So this is a orange dream yellow belly Jester girl. Still to be proven. She's still got a while to go. She'll probably only go in basically next year's breeding season. She's just on about the 900 grams now, so she's still got a year to go. So orange dream yellow belly Jester. What would I like to do with that? I'd like to put chocolate on. I'd like to put mahogany on. I'd like to put Nyala on. My pastel Jester this season, I bred to a chocolate calico male to see what she's going to throw out. But again, Jester being an enhancing gene, I don't see much of the enhancing on a yellow belly girl or ODYB. There's not much of an enhancement that I see on this. I could be incorrect. But then again, different traits, different genetics might just prove something different on other people. Then I've got my two little holdbacks that I'd like to show. And this is where I see, well, my personal opinion again, where I see Jester thriving and looking good. I mean, this boy is a Firefly Jester. I don't think the light does him justice. He is the brightest of yellows. He is obviously Fire, Pastel, and Jester. So I bred a normal Fire male to a Pastel Jester female. This is one of the offspring. As you can see over there, what a beautiful male. And yes, it's a Firefly, nothing fancy. But as you can see, he is a beautiful Firefly. And his colors just pop. He's got like nice oranges here on the side. I don't know if you can actually pick it up in the camera, but he's got beautiful oranges on the side. Look at that blushing on the back. That blushing is just unusual. It's beautiful. So this is my Firefly Jester boy. And then this is his sister, which is just a Fire Jester. Now, she doesn't have those bright sort of fire look or the light look that you're looking for in the Fire, but what she does have is uniform and clean and smooth. She's got the Fire head stamp, if I can just get her to move around a little bit. So she has got the Fire head stamp as per normal. She is a Fire. There's no other genetics in there that could mess around. She doesn't have Pastel, so she's obviously not a Firefly. And you can see the difference in the two, brother and sister. So it's just that her patterns are so much cleaner, so much, it's just more vibrant. So I'm very excited to pair the Fire girl back to her Firefly brother, to see what anything would happen there. Or look, she's only going to be ready in the next sort of 2 years anyway. I would breed her to maybe a chocolate calico Jester or a chocolate calico pastel Jester, to see what happens. And then, you know, at the end of the day, it's something that's just amazing. It's so nice to have a genetic that you can work with, and there's still so much that needs to be done. So I'd like to thank Wally and Rassie for bringing out something like this for us. Let's just see how the genetics go and what the future holds. I mean, maybe this works well with, I don't know, a darker gene. Maybe it works well in pied. I'll be doing that now next season. So I'm going to be trying a different lot of genetics with obviously the Jester, to see exactly what comes up. But I mean, look at that blushing. Look at the alien heads. It's phenomenal, and how clean this Fire girl actually is. And there's hardly any sort of spots, or should I say, in the alien heads. Or alien heads are predominantly clean. There's no real sort of, in her sidings, there's no actual alien heads in there. Again, just a beautiful, beautiful specimen. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be hopefully I'll be putting up more videos in the near future very soon. Like I said, I've got one clutch already in the incubator. That was my dark normal, one of my private projects that I put to an ultramel. I've got one of her sons as well. That's very, very, very dark, in my opinion, for a Mojave. So I'll be going on to that, my little Dinka project. Look, Dinkas are, I think, and we'll go and we'll look at that. But guys, again, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, follow the local guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Cheers.